Okay, guys, this is a problem that asks the question, how many plugs can you have in this space that has 9 inches, that little small wall to the left, the long wall to the left, and the next space, which is 4 foot 7 inches. It wants to know how many plugs do we have in that space. And so we're going to figure that out. It's on Objective 117.3 worksheet. And of course, it's on page 117, WB10. Again, we're going to be working the worksheet out. And what we're going to have to find out is how many plugs are going here, here, and here. That is what we're going to be solving for here in a second. All right, here we go. Okay, remember guys, we just talked about that problem on page 117-WB10. It's going to be problem 1. You're going to see the picture, and it's asking us how many plugs do we need in the space, or in the wall space, that has 9 foot, 2 foot 4 inches, 36 inches, and 4 foot 8 inches. The first thing I did in this particular problem is I added the feet together, 9 feet, 2 feet, and 4 feet. And I got 15 feet total. Okay, the next thing I did was I added the inches together, which is 4 inch plus 36 inch plus 8 inch. That gives me 48 inches. Now, one of the things that I did in my particular problem is I made sure that I subtracted 6 feet. I don't have the feet sign here, but 6 feet, because I have a door opening in that drawing. If you look at that drawing on that sheet, there's a doorway. I have to subtract 6 feet for that. Okay, when I subtract 6 feet from that 6 feet counts as one plug. Remember, that 6 feet counts as one plug once I subtract it from this 15. I subtract it from this 15, it leaves me with 9 feet, 48 inches. Again, that leaves me with 9 feet, 48 inches. Okay, we're going to go to another board in a second to complete the problems. Okay, I'm back. Now, remember we brought the totals that we found from the other board, 9 feet, 48 inches. We brought it from the other board, and now we're going to convert this 9 feet. We're going to convert this 9 feet into inches. So in order to convert 9 feet into inches, we must multiply 9 times 12 inches. It is 12 inches in a foot. So 9 inches times 9 foot gets me, I know that 9 feet is 108 inches. So I'm going to take that 108 inches, I'm going to add it to this 48 inches here, and that gives me 156 inches. Now, I know based on code that it says that if I have 2 plugs that are in the room, they must be 12 feet apart. I know they must be 12 feet apart. When I take 12 feet and multiply it to convert into inches, I will multiply 12 times 12 feet, which will give me 144 inches. I take my 144 inches and I divide that into the 156 inches, and that gives me 1.08. Now, I don't round off, and even if I did round off to 0, made it 1.1, it's still not enough to make this 2, so I would have 1 plug there. Again, that would be 1 plug. Okay? Again, 9 feet 48 inches. Convert to 9 foot to inches. Once I get 9 foot to inches, which is 108, I add to 48 inches. 48 inches plus 108 inches will give me 156 inches. I divide by 144 because I know that there has to be a distance of 12 feet in between plugs. 12 times 12 gives me 144 inches. I divide 144 inches into 156, and that gives me 1.08, which constitutes or means that I must have one plug in this space. Now, if I turn my camera to this guy here, we see that if I have one plug from the other board plus the one plug from this board, from this calculation, then those two plugs together means that I have to have two plugs in that space. Two plugs. And that is the answer. Okay, class. Hopefully this helps you out. We will be doing more, so stay tuned.